So yesterday we discussed about the planning and installation, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So after installation, so then we are involved in the WebSphere MQ configuration. Then we are involved in the WebSphere MQ configuration. Okay. So when it comes into the WebSphere MQ configuration, okay. So first we have to create the queue manager and then queue manager objects, right? When it comes into the WebSphere MQ configuration, so we are using WebSphere MQ commands. WebSphere MQ commands. Okay. So what are the commands are available? So one is the control commands. One is the control commands. The second one is the MQSC scripting commands. The second one is the MQSC scripting commands. The third one is the PCF commands. The third one is the PCF commands. Okay. So these are three types of commands are there. So as an administrator, we are working with control commands as well as MQSC scripting commands. Control commands as well as MQSC scripting commands. Okay. So what are these control commands? So control commands. Okay. So WebSphere WebSphere MQ is the initial in demo also we discussed, right? So WebSphere MQ is a platform independent product. Any operating system, the commands are same. Any operating system, the commands are same. Only thing is in Windows operating system, we have a option. You can use uppercase as well as lowercase. Okay, the commands, control commands in Windows, you can use uppercase as well as you can use as well as lowercase. In Windows, you can use uppercase as well as lowercase. Okay, so when it comes into the Linux base, whether it is Linux, X or Solaris, okay, so we have to use lowercase only. We have to use lowercase only. Okay, but the command is same as your Windows as well as Linux. Okay, so here I will write few commands. DSPMQ VER. So okay, this command we can use uppercase as well as lowercase in Windows. So for example, if you are using this command, okay, it shows which version of the MQ we are which version of the MQ we are using. Which version of the MQ we are using. Okay, so CRT-MQM, this is the command. So it is used for creation of queue manager. So what is the queue manager? Queue manager is the object which is responsible for providing messaging and queuing. So what is messaging? Messaging means a program-to-program communication between the diversified applications over the network in the form of messages. Queuing means busy storage place. It follows first in first out mechanism. Okay. First of all, we have to create the queue manager. So if you want to start the queue manager, strmqm, and we have to give the name of the queue manager. strmqm these are the very simple commands. It is used for starting. It is used for the starting queue manager. Okay. In the same way, end mqm. So it is used to stop the. It is used to stop the queue manager. Okay, queue manager. So tspmq, it shows all the queue managers, all the queue managers status. For example, I installed MQ server, then I created, for example, 10 queue managers. As and when I issue this command, it shows all the queue manager status. It shows all the queue manager status. Maybe few queue managers are running, maybe few queue managers are not running, whatever it may be. Whether it is running or whether it is not running, it shows all the queue manager statuses. Okay, I want to know only particular queue manager status. Okay, I doesn't want to know all the queue manager status. I want to know only particular queue manager status. DSPMQ -m and queue manager name. Queue manager name. Okay, so it shows only one queue manager, only one queue manager status, one queue manager status. Okay, so DLT so in organization we never delete any objects in mostly production systems. Okay, so it is used to delete the, if I want to delete the queue manager, we are using DLT is the command. Delete the queue manager object. Queue manager object. So while deletion of the queue manager, if I want to delete, while deletion of the queue manager, while deletion of the queue manager, the queue manager should be stopped state. The queue manager should be stopped state. The queue manager should be stopped state. Okay. These are the few commands. There are around 40 plus commands are there. These are the frequently we are using. Okay. So we are using some other commands also. Okay. These are the sample. Okay. So the next command, MQSC scripting commands. MQSC scripting commands. Okay. So these MQSC scripting commands we can use uppercase as well as lowercase in Windows or Linux, any other operating systems. So here for creation of the queue manager, for starting and stopping, we are using control command. So if you want display and alter queue manager attributes, Okay, so we are using. Okay, if you want create, display, alter, start, stop, deletion, deleting the delete deletion of the queue manager objects. Queue manager objects. So we are using MQSC scripting commands. We are using MQSC scripting. We are using MQSC scripting commands. Okay. So there are majorly 15 MQSC scripting. There are majorly 15 MQSC scripting commands are there. So what are these 15 MQSC scripting commands? Alter, clear, define, display, delete, end, start, stop, reset, resume, refresh, resolve, suspend, pin, set. Okay. So these are the 15 MQSC scripting commands are there. The third one is the PCF commands. Okay. PCF commands, programmable command formats. Okay. So for example, I'm using the .NET or Java. Through program you can execute control commands as well as MQSC scripting commands. Okay. So control commands plus MQSC, control commands plus MQSC scripting, control commands plus MQSC scripting commands equal to PCF commands, control commands and MQSC scripting commands equal to PCF commands. So PCF commands are the programmable command formats. So using any kind of programming language we can execute as well control commands as well as PCF commands. So basically building the utilities. Okay, we are using this PCF commands. Example is the MQ Explorer. MQ Explorer is the utility. This is available in Windows as well as Linux operating system. So using this MQ Explorer, we can execute PCF commands as well as we can execute control commands as well as MQSC scripting commands. So if I want to build any tool utility, so we can go for the PCF commands. So as an administrator, we are working we are working with these two types of commands. Okay, control commands as well as PCF commands. Okay. So after installation, so we are working with these commands. So when it comes into the installation, in my machine it has been installed. So In Windows it is very easy. We have a setup file. Okay, we have a setup file. Okay, using setup file. So okay, just mq launch, or you can run as a setup file. For example, if you double click on this mq launch, okay, just go to the system requirements, then select the network configuration, click on no, then click on WebSphere MQ installation. Default is the US English. If you want to if you want any other languages, you can select it. By default English, US English. Just click on launch IBM WebSphere MQ installer. Just click on yes. Okay. So here in my machine it has been already installed. So that is the reason it is asking install a new instance or maintain or upgrade an existing instance, it is asking. Okay. So for example, so if we are a new installation, we won't get this one. In my machine it has been already installed. That is the reason it is asking. Okay. So CATSVMQVR. So this is the version already it has been installed here. So for example, new instance. So like this. Once we launch the WebSphere MQ installer, we will get this window. So we have to accept the license agreement of the IBM. Otherwise, it won't allow us to forward. Just we have to accept the license agreement. Click on next. If you go for the typical installation, so what will happen is, by default it will take program files x86 path. Okay, to go for the typical installation, so default it will take program files x86 path. Program files x86 IBM, like this it will take. Okay, so default this is the path, program files x86. Okay, so if you go for the custom installation, so this is the, see here, default path is this one. So already here installation, already one installation is there, that is the reason. So installation name is second. So when we go for the custom installation, so here we have an option. See this path already it is there, that is the reason WebSphere MQ underscore 1 comes here, because already there this directory structure. So if you go for the change, if you go for the change, when we go for the custom installation. Okay, so okay, so click on OK. Okay, so then you can click on next. It is already there. Then you can click on next. What are the components we require? Those are the components you can select here. So these are the managed file transfer, all these doesn't require. Then click on next, then click on install. Okay, so it will be installed. After installation, this has been completed. One MQ service, again it pop-up will be populated. There we have to select no, then click on install, then it will be installed. Okay, so in Windows this is the mechanism we have to follow. Okay, so when it comes into the
Nagendra, Nagendra, when will we get this setup, in the sense this software file?
yeah, we have an option we can download. This is the free version. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so we can download from the IBM site also. Okay, so
So could you please show?
So here always the latest version is available. Okay, when we will go for the downloads. Okay, click on trials and demos. I will upload this one also if you want to in Google Drive.
Yeah, that will be good. So what version are we uploading here? Is that ESB version 9 or?
No, that is the message broker. Okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
will upload in there. By default, we have MQ.
right. So we are using the ESB here because MQ is there, right?
ESB is
Or we
different.
have,
Hmm. In message broker, ESB functionality will be added. That's it only.
no, but my question was, I mean, do we need to download two things separately, or if we use ESB, the MQ comes automatically?
Yeah, if you are using MQ, automatically it will comes. You can
Right.
separate MQ separately as well as while downloading message broker. By default, MQ is there.
Okay. But it's up till version 9, I guess, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
But in 10, two things are totally different, yeah?
10 also MQ is there. If you want, you
Okay.
can go for the with MQ without MQ.
Okay. So Narendra, isn't it better that we download ESB directly rather MQ and then ESB?
That is what I am saying. You can download that one also.
No, no, but for this class also, so can we just go in for the ESB? Download directly, yeah? Will that be better?
Yeah. So here MQ 7.5. If you select this one, so click on continue. So here we have to give our address. Then we can register.
Can you paste this link in the chat, please? Okay.
See here, just click on download using HTTP or download using download director. Okay, using download director is the best option to download. Okay, see here it is Windows, Solaris, AX. For everything it is available. Linux operating system, everything it is available. Okay. For example, if I click on Windows, So it is downloading. Okay, so you can download from here. Okay, so if you want to install in the Linux environment,
Indra, just one question. Hello.
yeah,
Yeah, so we're talking about something like a M3 and they involve something about ESB. So what exactly is that? So that product itself has a ESB functionality?
no,
Could you
no,
please
that
clear?
that is different. No, no, no. He's talking about a message broker. Okay,
Yeah,
no, no need to worry.
that's different thing.
Yeah. So yesterday we discussed it, right? So we have to create the user, and we have to, we can, so this is my own system, doesn't require any mount point here. Okay, so it has been already existed. So for example, I am going to create one more. Okay, so it is into the, this is the WebSphere MQ binary. Okay, it is into the compressed format. I want to uncompress. So in Linux it is very easy, we have to run the RPM files. Okay, if it is into the Solaris, the command is pkg add -d, then location of the binary, location of the MQ binary. Okay, just press enter. Okay, enter. I will give you the document. Press enter. After that, so we have to accept the license. Then we have to proceed. Just press enter, press enter. So the installation has been completed in the Solaris. The installation has been completed in the Solaris operating system. Okay. So when it comes into the Linux operating system, so we have to run the RPM files. We have to run the RPM files. Okay.
What is RPM again, by the way?
This is the installable files. Okay, binaries. So we have to execute. So in this RPM files in the Linux environment. First of all, mq license .sh hyphen accept we have to give. So once we are accepting this license agreement, so then it is allowing us to proceed the installation. Okay, so RPM hyphen IVH and name of the RPM. So these are hyphen DE, hyphen CS, hyphen ES, all these are the languages. FR means France, this is the Denmark, Dutch language, Portugal, Poland, Korea, JA, Japan, hyphen IT, Italy, Hungary. So all these we doesn't require. Okay, these are the languages. By default US English it will support. Okay, by default US English it will support. MQ series runtime. Just press enter. So it has been installed. Server. MQ server and client we can install the same machine. Okay, so client. So while we are installing the Windows, by default sample applications will be installed, but when it comes into the Linux environment, so we have to run the sample RPMs, Java, Eclipse. So MQ Explorer is also available in the Linux environment, but that is the separate binary, we have to download it separately. Okay. So this is the way we can install the, this is the process installing the in the Linux environment. Okay. Okay, for example now DSP-MQVER, so I installed here 7.0.1.3 version. So this is the control command, right? DSP-MQVER, see here the command not found. So why here command is not found? Because we discussed it here, right? Because we discussed it here, what we discussed in the commands are same, but when it comes into the Linux environment, it is into the lowercase.
Case sensitive.
Okay, when it comes into the Windows, we can use uppercase as well as lowercase. Okay, so CRT MQM. Okay, I'm going to create a queue manager. My queue manager name is, for example, test. See here, it is throwing, it is showing some message, warning message. See here, you are not authorized to perform the requested operation. So here I am into the root user. Okay, so we discussed it, right? Only the user which is added in the MQM group, those are only able to create or alter the WebSphere MQ objects. So here I try to create the queue manager, so the root user is not allowed. So okay, so here now this has been added into the MQM group, CRT MQM. Okay, for example test. See here, it is creating, right? So str, the commands are same, and strmqm is the command, and then we have to give the queue manager name. Okay, press enter. So it has been started. DSPMQ, it is running. For example, I am going to create one more queue manager, TST1, test1. it has been created. So DSPMQ. See here, whenever when we issue the DSPMQ command, it shows all the queue manager status, right? As of now, we have two queue managers. One is running, one is ended immediately. I want only particular queue manager, -m test test. Now it is showing only one particular queue manager status. Okay. So dltmqm is the command to delete the queue manager, right? We discussed. test test is the queue manager name. See here, WebSphere MQ queue manager running. So here we discuss it, right? While deletion, while deletion of the queue manager should be stopped. It means if the queue manager is running, we are not able to delete, right? For example, dltmqm test test 1. Okay, it has been deleted. So if I want to stop end mqm, end mqm hyphen I is the immediate option. So then queue manager name, press enter, then it will be stopped. Okay, so delete dltmqm test paste. So the commands are same. Okay, in Windows or Linux, whatever it may be. Only installation and this path will be changed. So by default in the WebSphere, in the Linux environment, is into the where mqm. So it is into the where mqm. So in Windows program files x86 IBM WebSphere, it is into the I program files x86 IBM, then WebSphere MQ. Okay, when it comes into the Linux, it is into the where mqm. Okay. Okay, so here it has been deleted. So while creation of the queue manager also, while creation CRT for example, we are given the queue manager name, so it is creating, right? So but while creation of the queue manager also, we have various options are there. We have various options are there. So what are the importance of these options? So we will discuss in tomorrow session. Okay, so installation has been completed. So from tomorrow onwards, we are starting with configuration of the WebSphere MQ objects and configuration and working with configuration and working with WebSphere MQ objects. Okay.
Nagendra, question is box, right? Can I set up this on the Solaris type?
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
option,
You can download the Solaris version. You
because in
can.
real-time scenario we use on the Linux.
Yeah, you can install in Solaris or Linux anywhere you can install. Okay. Just now we install Linux, right?
Yes, but my question is, if I have got a virtual machine,
Hmm.
from there, what could be the things like, I mean, I need to put on my on virtual machine. I've got Oracle VM
Hmm.
installed on my Windows box. So from there, how would I go about doing it?
You required a Solaris image, right? Then you have to first
Yes.
install the Solaris operating system. After that, you can install the MQ. Okay.
So is it something that you can help with?
Solaris image I don't have. Okay.
In
Hmm.
the x86
You can
Intel,
download. Sorry.
we can download the x86 Intel version for Solaris.
Yeah, he's saying something. So you can download the just now I showed you, right? WebSphere MQ download it, right? There we have to download the Solaris version.
Uh,
Okay.
Again, can you